Hello YouTubers, this is YT Life, and I'm going to be telling you a story about the DMV, because I went to the DMV with my boyfriend basically on Tuesday of December 30th, so we get to the DMV, and granted, for some of you that know me or have known a little bit about me, I don't like DMVs. It's hard for me to go out in public as an autistic, so this DMV was a little different than from the first time I went to the DMV to get my state ID, and so it was very noisy in the DMV, and I was having a hard time with the noise and the fluorescent lighting. And granted, for most people it wouldn't bother them, but for me, being autistic comes with sensory issues, and just like I feel overwhelmed a lot when it comes to certain situations or certain places, so the DMV was one of those. I had a hard time telling my boyfriend that I was struggling, but I think he could tell. I kind of like, in other words, I was like spinning in circles, just kind of like having my industrial noise canceling headphones on and shit, and I was just like really having a hard time. So in my mind, all I was thinking is like, when is this going to be over? When is this going to be over? And it was really hard. I did shut down a little bit. I eventually took off my shoes, and I went outside in the cold, and I walked with my socks on and stuff. I just kind of like paced back and forth kind of shit. My boyfriend came out to check on me. Of course, he made me put my shoes back on because of safety and other reasons, but yeah. And it was, overall, I did pretty good for being a place that I just generally hate. So as we were getting stuff situated, my boyfriend was getting stuff situated, and then it was my turn to get my state ID updated and shit, and for the whole time, I didn't really talk that much, and when the lady that did our IDs and shit, I could tell that she generally didn't think I had the mental capacity to understand what was going on or anything, and she made me feel like a child, which honestly really sucked, but I ignored it because like I'm used to it at this point. But I could definitely tell my boyfriend was being irritated and shit about the fact that someone was looking down upon me just based off of just what they see about me, versus like actually trying to talk to me and shit. So I talked a little bit. It was not that bad. My boyfriend was the lady that was doing her stuff, he gave my boyfriend a piece of paper saying like, hey, you can write her information down and shit. But my boyfriend stood up for me and like let her know that like, hey, I can do this shit too. So I wrote my name and stuff without thinking, but it just like, I could feel like in my heart that this lady just had no idea that I understood what was going on, and it really hurt me. And for people to look down upon me and treat me like a child when I'm like 21, and yes, I am autistic, it hurts. It hurts a lot. I don't show that it hurts, but it does. But at the end of the day, I let the world just kind of stare at me, and if they want to stare, they can stare. It's just, for the people around me that care about me, I understand it's hard for them to watch me go through that. But it's just like, it is what it is, and sadly, it's kind of just my life. And so the fact that like we went through that whole thing and it was over with, I was just so relieved. And I just, for those of you who are on the spectrum, understand that not everybody's gonna understand or want to meet you where you're at. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you just gotta deal with it, and you can acknowledge that it hurts and stuff, but you can't just like let it bring you down, because it's like one of those things that's, it's bound to happen. I mean, for me, behaviors and mannerisms and shit is not always easy for me, let alone having the mental capacity to say what I want to say, or let someone know, hey, I need help, is not always there. But I'm lucky enough to have the people in my life that are willing to pay attention to me and notice the signs that I'm struggling. And it's just like, it's been hard overall. And lately, like, me and my boyfriend are being serious and shit, so it's the first time I've had a real serious relationship, and it's a lot. But I enjoy it nonetheless, and I really am grateful for how things have turned out after these last 3 years, as I said, because I was like getting out of homelessness and shit. So for someone to love me and be serious about something is like, it really means a lot. And there is hope for those who are on the spectrum to not necessarily always be fully independent, but to find love and just like have the life that they deserve. It's just a matter of finding the right people. And I just wanted to share this story about the DMV and know that, and let you guys know who are on the spectrum, that you're not alone, and this happens to a lot of other people, even if you don't realize it, that are on the spectrum. So like, if you're having a hard time and stuff, reach out to the people that care, and reach out to the people that will listen, and talk to other people who are on the spectrum too, because they're going to understand what you're going through. And it's just, I make this channel to let people know that, yeah, being on the spectrum is hard, but it's a reality that you can't escape, because it's a neurological impairment. And it's just like, I want to show people that even if you are on the spectrum, you can have as much as a normal life as you want. It's just a matter of how much you're willing, you and the people around you are willing to make that effort to make it happen. So yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, and bye.